You probably think of yourself as a nice person. You're easygoing, you hate conflict, and you're usually the one keeping the peace when everyone else is arguing. But think about the last time someone asked you for a favor when you were already drowning in work. Your mouth likely said, "Yes, absolutely," before your conscious brain even had a chance to finish processing the request. Society has a lot of flattering labels for this behavior. We call it a team player, being highly agreeable, or having a generous personality. This chronic inability to say no functions as an automatic, trauma-based reflex that has very little to do with genuine kindness. In clinical psychology, this is known as the Fawn Response. It belongs to the same family of survival instincts as fight, flight, and freeze. What looks like selfless agreeableness is actually a hypervigilant nervous system working to neutralize a perceived threat before it can escalate. This reflex is driven by the amygdala, the brain's threat detection center. It scans the environment for danger and activates a survival strategy faster than you can think. Most of us know the standard responses. You fight back against the threat, you flee from it, or you freeze in place. Polyvagal theory reveals the fourth option. To pacify danger, the brain shifts out of its safe and social baseline. Fawning creates a hybrid state, mobilized to read a room while shutting down internal needs. This manifests as excessive apologizing, preemptive agreement, and collapsed boundaries. Strategic agreeableness serves as a biological defense, prioritizing immediate safety over genuine connection. A brain learns to adopt fawning as its default setting during the early stages of development. Psychologists call this the primal wound, the result of growing up with volatile, emotionally unavailable, or highly critical caregivers. Children in these unpredictable homes learn that expressing their own needs triggers danger. As Dr. Gabor Mate points out, compliance becomes a survival tool used to secure safety and conditional love. Because this strategy keeps the peace, the nervous system locks it in as a permanent script. The tragedy of the adult people-pleaser is that their brain is still trying to mitigate a childhood threat that no longer exists today. The person who cannot say no is often just a child whose brilliant, life-saving adaptation never received the signal that the danger had passed. In adulthood, this leftover survival script covertly sabotages your career, especially in environments where power and evaluation are always at play. Deference toward authority blocks your ability to negotiate pay. This graph shows the result. As swallowed objections compound over a decade, they create a massive deficit in total capital. You appear successful to colleagues, while internally suffering the fallout of this trauma response. Constantly monitoring and managing other people's emotions leads directly to adrenal fatigue, chronic anxiety, and the loss of your authentic identity. This unexpressed anger and the continuous violation of your own boundaries eventually take a physical toll. Dr. Bessel van der Kolk's research shows that when the mind suppresses trauma, the body often keeps the score through chronic pain or illness. Fawning may build a frictionless life on the outside, but it forces you to pay for that peace with your own sense of self. Healing the fawn response requires a direct intervention in the autonomic nervous system rather than just not-arising assertiveness techniques. Because this reflex is so deeply embedded, you have to develop somatic awareness, learning to physically feel the urge to appease before you act on it. Start by creating a pause. When a request comes in, delay your answer instead of agreeing instantly. Setting a boundary will feel dangerous at first. Your brain is wired to believe that compliance equals safety, so any deviation feels like a threat. But every time you survive that discomfort without being abandoned, you provide the data your nervous system needs to update its outdated threat model. Reclaiming the word no allows you to stop merely accommodating others and start engaging with your own life.